The crypto market took some time to consolidate over the summer, but we can expect things to really heat up in the autumn. In August, the market continued with its correction phase. In the first 2 days, it actually rebounded and gained 8%, but then the prices gradually decreased to the end of the month, and the market lost in total approximately 18% of its value in August. Bitcoin was again relatively one of the best performers. It lost 6%, while altcoins, looking at the top 25 assets by market cap, lost between 11 and even 40%. The only exception was Ethereum Classic, which managed to produce a positive return with a 5% gain in August, and this is most probably due to the hard fork which is planned for this month, so for the September. We can also observe throughout this correction phase, so we reached a high on the 26th of June this year, and from that point Bitcoin lost approximately 30%, while altcoins measured by the Bitwise 20 mid-cap crypto market index lost over 50%. So Bitcoin again, like usually, fared better during this downturn and is again gaining in dominance, which is something we can expect to see happen even more in the future, and we believe that the Bitcoin dominance could still increase in the coming weeks and months. What's really important, and it's finally starting to happen next month, is Bakkt launch. As you know, it was we wrote about it quite a lot, many others are speaking about it, but I really want to stress out the importance of Bakkt launch for the crypto ecosystem. So it will be the first fully regulated, so-called end-to-end regulated US entity on the market, which will offer Bitcoin futures which will be physically settled. This means that the purchases will actually affect the Bitcoin demand. And this is very important for these obvious reasons, but apart from that, Bakkt is really not just another play on the market. It is backed by Intercontinental Exchange, or so-called ICE, which is owner of the New York Stock Exchange and over 10 different exchanges and clearing houses, and it is by far the largest player in the traditional markets. Why is that important? Bakkt is even backed by some of the most prominent companies like Microsoft, Starbucks, Boston Consulting Group, and what's really important, as I said, with the volume that ICE and its companies are generating in the traditional markets, literally every relevant institutional investor is using ICE or one of its companies. And as you most probably also know, ICE is backed by virtually all major US and European banks. So they gained an enormous trust in the traditional financial industry, and when these players decide to buy Bitcoin, they will want to do it with somebody they already know and they already trust and they already have an established relationship with. And as I always said, that big traditional players will not use any startups to buy their first Bitcoin. They will want to use traditional players with reputation and trust, and Bakkt will have definitely a huge impact, positive impact on the Bitcoin demand in the following months and I would say even years. I don't expect the market to explode on the 23rd of September, but it will have a gradual, very significant impact on the demand, as I already said. On the topic of the adoption, we can see things also changing. So we believe that in the adoption cycle, we are entering next phase. So we were in 2017, we were still much in the denial phase when we talk about the traditional corporate world. You know, many institutions, corporations, even governments and regulators were really dissing Bitcoin. Some even ridiculed it, and a lot of them predicted that this cryptocurrency thing will ultimately fail. So if you look at the things in August, we can see that the Chinese central bank decided and announced that they are really close to launching their own digital currency. We know about the Libra, we talked about it a lot, and there are other companies like Walmart and some others who are also planning to launch their own cryptocurrency. And then Recently, the global central bankers had their annual meeting in Jackson Hole in the US, where they discussed various topics, and Mark Carney, who is the governor of the Bank of England currently, even suggested in detail in his speech that maybe it's time to launch a global digital currency which would be backed by major fiat currencies, because US dollar probably has too much dominance. So in only 2 years, the perspectives really shifted, and we moved from the denial phase to really adoption phase, which is coming now, and we can see it across the globe really. So to end this, yes, we are in the consolidation and correction period, and we can expect some more sideways movement. We'll see what will happen. Nobody can tell definitely what will happen in September, but we expect things to really heat up in the autumn, and we expect new highs being made in the coming months. So this is basically it for today's commentary. I invite you to subscribe to our newsletter. You will find the link in the description of this video. And this way you will get every Monday in your inbox our commentaries, also written in more detail in blog form, and our different analysis of the market, links to our top social posts, where we also comment on the market situation. So I invite you to join us and sign up for our mailing list. That's all for today, guys. Thanks very much for your attention. See you soon. Bye.